So I'm going to go a little out there. I actually like the Elijah Mitchell pick because you're talking about a guy who's 218 pounds, runs a 4.340, 4.33. And I just think of all the possibilities with a speedster who also has power in the backfield with Shanahan. I think that he's going to be an absolute monster for that team. And then being from Oregon and being an Oregon Duck fan, Diamador Lenore. And I know a lot of people hated that pick. And I may be off on an island in this one. But for me, I think that he has great coverage skills. He definitely can fill that nickel role as K1 ages and moves on probably after this year. And I just feel like Lenore is going to be a long-term starter for us. And for a guy that you got that late, I think that it's a steal. Okay, so it has nothing to do with the player. I love the player, and you actually just mentioned him, but it's Trey Sermon. And it's not because I don't think that he can be a long-term starter for us. It's because we traded up to get him, and we waited so long to get corner. And a guy that I was super high on was Aaron Robinson. He went in the third round. We could have traded up and gotten him.
True. Right
before we took our second third-round pick, which was Ambry Thomas, we had Elijah. What was it? What's his name? Dude from Washington. What the heck's his name? Why am I blanking? Molden. Okay, so we had Molden go, and we had no. You're right. You're right. I don't know how you did that. And and we had Melifonwu go, and I like both of those guys. So for me, it's just trading up to get Sermon. Again, I love the player. It's just I felt like we desperately needed a corner, and we didn't really address it with a guy that can be locked down on the outside, in my opinion. I think Ambry Thomas is a nice pick, but there were so many better options, in my opinion. He throws himself around like a missile. So that's, he definitely can get hurt again, which would be tough to see, but he's not the fastest guy, but he plays extremely hard. He's very instinctive. And I think at the very least, early on, a great special teamer. I think he can be that. But yes, injury is definitely a concern. And we talked about it multiple times that those are the type of players they needed to stay away from. That said, a guy with that much talent that late, it's very low risk, high reward. I'm going to go Emmanuel Mosley.
Oh, I like that.
I think Emmanuel Mosley deserves to be a starter in this league. And for some reason, he keeps getting pushed down like he shouldn't be. There was a back and forth with him and Akello. And now they're talking about possibly, I don't know, Sherman's at least talking about coming back. Give the man his credit. He deserves to start. He's a starter in this league. I think you give him some time, he can be a solid starter in this league. And stop messing around. Mosley should be a starter for this team.